Where? Where did that come from? Honestly, it is Potch o'clock. Chelsea 3, Aston Villa 1, and it's a result that no one saw coming, but in hindsight, it seemed all too obvious. Even my girlfriend was saying at half-time that it seemed all too familiar in regards to, back in the past, back last season, we obviously went through a stage with one Graham Potter where, there were games where you thought his time is coming to an end. And boy, was it really. He managed to steer clear of getting sacked, much like Pochettino is doing right now. Obviously, things are a little bit different now with FFP and it costing us an arm and a leg to get rid of the Argentinian. But all the same, it's, again, hindsight is 2020. Goals like we've never seen before. I said just now in my TikTok review, you just couldn't write it. We've obviously seen goals come in from the set piece, what's it called? Direct free kicks, or whatever they're called, where Sterling scored 2 of them so far this season. But the fact that we scored a header in in open play, we're scoring goals that we just don't score, like Gallagher scoring a goal. What's happening there? Jackson scoring not only a goal, but the header that obviously saw us go 2-0 up, and then Enzo Fernandez putting the cherry on top of said cake. But I digress. I go back, and I don't mean to poo-poo. I don't mean to make sour grapes. I don't mean to say things to sound controversial. I don't mean to say things to seem like I'm trying to be different. But the point I'm trying to make, let me move my camera, hide the green screen just a slightly bit. The point I'm trying to make is that it was incredibly predictable in hindsight, like I've said. What does this mean? What does this mean? Tell me. I want to know in the comments, in the live chat, whether you're watching this live, whether you're watching this after the fact, let me know, what does this mean? Our away form has been woeful. It has been truly and utterly woeful. Our form in general, over the last 2 games, we've conceded 8 goals in our last 2 games. Do you know what I mean? And I know Aston Villa have lost back-to-back games now at home. 3-1 against Newcastle, 3-1 against Chelsea in the FA Cup, against them in the Premier League. I mean, our away form, 4 losses in our last 5, this now being 2 wins in our last 6. Even then, before then, it's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 losses in our last 7. Make it make sense. I just don't. I know, John, you're saying you can never count Chelsea out, and I love it. I really do. We are undeniably the most unpredictable side in football these days. Whether good or bad. I do hold a little bit of thought that it's in one hand, I'm thinking Aston Villa, did they really show up today? They had a really good team out. But at the same time, it really didn't seem like the Aston Villa that we saw at Stamford Bridge. It's a weird one. It really, I'll take it. I'm happy, believe it or not. I'm really happy it's Potch o'clock and all that good stuff. But at the same time, it leaves a bit of a sour taste in the mouth. What did I say? To in the game, in the lead up to this game, along the lines of, we've gone through all of this adversity. We've lost big games. We've lost 4-1 against Liverpool, 4-2 against Wolves, but in prior to this game. Just to then beat Aston Villa 3-1 away from home against all the odds. Against all the odds. It stinks, doesn't it? It's weird. Why can't we play like what we've just done there, regardless of how Aston Villa were? Whether they showed up, whether they... Sirens. Whether they showed up, whether they didn't care. I'm just confused. What is the issue here? Was it Thiago Silva not playing? Was it Sterling not playing? Were they the issues? They're the two most experienced players in the team. How old is Sterling? He's older than me, for sure. He is 29 years old. 30, 40, 50, 60. They are 58 years of experience or life experience between the two of them. Whether or not, it's obviously not 58 years between the two of them in terms of footballing, but they are 58 years combined. That is outrageous that the two players that have the most experience out of the whole squad, by a mile as well. I don't think there's really any players that come close in terms of age. They're not playing, and we win seemingly with ease. It makes absolutely no sense. And again, I make this very, very clear. I'm very happy with the result, believe it or not. I did not want us to lose. I didn't think we were going to win. I'll say that much. I'm much like the rest of you who think that, I mean, we're all shocked. We are all shocked. We really are all shocked. Gallagher, did he get man of the match in the end? I think it was it Enzo? I don't know. Was it Gallagher and Chilwell were the two players being interviewed at the end of the game? Gallagher scoring a goal is probably the most bizarre thing out of all of this to happen. Palmer maybe having, not a stinker, but not the best of games on his part when everyone else seemingly was just scoring for fun. Madueke, I didn't think was having too great of a game, but also he did get an assist. He seemingly tore the right-hand side to shreds at one point during the game. Gusto with a fantastic assist. We're seeing much of what we saw back when he obviously was introduced once Reece James was injured. He came in, made his right-hand side much of his own, and what an assist it was. Palmer up front shouldn't be a thing. I know he won 3-1. I know Pochettino is going to come out and say that, I told you, maybe lower your expectations a little bit, but I've still got what it takes. I don't know if Pochettino's to praise for this. I don't know if it's the players. I don't know if it's the fact that we dropped the two most experienced players on the pitch or in the team. I don't know. Enzo, his free kick. Tielemans pretty much gifted us a goal. In the sense that Enzo was likely going to miss that shot. And then what a free kick. What a message to send to those that questioned his loyalty to the club. He made a celebration. Make of it what you will. I thought it was a little bit, it could have been done a little bit better. But all the same, it was a fantastic goal. An iconic celebration in the terms of the day after his loyalty to the club, his stance at the club, whether he's staying at the club is in question. He steps up to the mark, makes the shot, scores the goal. Top bins. Couldn't be any sweeter of a nut of a goal than that. It was just fantastic. Really, really fantastic. And again, I really do hope each and every one of you watching, whether you're watching live, whether you're watching after this has been uploaded, first things first, please do like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel. There's 86 of you watching this right now live, but if you are watching outside of the live sphere, then please do like the video. But again, I don't know what to make of it. I'm very happy, like I say, but I'm taking it with a pinch of salt. I really am. Moving into the next game, thinking, what do we expect? We got Palace in the league. Sirens are plenty today. Luke must be absolutely having a laugh right now. Palace away from home. our record against them, and again, this comes back to the Middlesbrough, 18 years. We lost to them. I don't mean to go on to negativity straight away, but we lost to them at what's their stadium called? I forget what it's called. But Middlesbrough. We lost to them for the first time in 18 years. We conceded a goal against them for the first time in 18 years. We then obviously lost against Wolves 3 times in a row. The Riverside Stadium, of course. We lost against Wolves 3 times in a row for the first time since 1979 or something stupid like that. 49 years in the making. We come up against a Crystal Palace side that we are now 13 wins in a row. 13 wins in a row. Pochettino's job is by no means safe. By no means. If we lose to this Palace side, who, okay, they are in 14th, we're in 11th. We are 7 points clear of them at the moment. So there is a bit of, a distance between the two. Consistency is needed. As Noonan has just said, consistency is what is required. I want to see an exact replica of what we've just seen here today. Maybe not in the terms of the goals, but in the terms of the performance. And albeit, again, I really do stress that obviously Aston Villa might not have been up for it, but then why would they play so well at Stamford Bridge, get the draw, take the replay, and then lose so definitively to an out-of-form Chelsea side? Crystal Palace have not got a lot going on these days. They really do not. They really, really do not. Roy Hodgson's pretty much out the door these days. Their home record, it's not bad. They're unbeaten in the last 4 games at home in all competitions. But before then, they've, lost 4, drawn 2. It's pretty dead. It's pretty dead. They beat Sheffield United 3-2. My point being, there are still these overwhelming statistics that come into play where it's 18 years here, 49, 50 years here. Pochettino's breaking records that even Potter didn't even do. If we lose that record, we can't even draw against Palace. We have to keep the winning record going on for me to feel even an ounce of confidence that we are now moving in the right direction. It's only 1 game, this game against Aston Villa. But all the same, we need to be beating Crystal Palace. Don't forget, we've also got Man City after that. We've then got the final at Wembley against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final. And then it's the Leeds game in the FA Cup. So there's a lot riding on these next 4 games. Crystal Palace must win. Man City, avoid embarrassment, I would say. Liverpool, just go for it. It's a final. Go for it, please. We haven't won at Wembley in so long. And then, of course, Leeds in the FA Cup, where I think there is no 6th round. I think that is either the round of 16 or the quarterfinals. I'm not sure. I can't remember off the top of my skull. But there we go. It is what it is. It's a great result. Make no 2 ways about it. Make no mistake about it. It was a fantastic result. One that no one was expecting. But again, like we say, in hindsight, it was obviously what was going to happen, unless it didn't. But it did. And that's the main thing. Please do like, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel. My name is Harry. Up the Chelsea. It's Punch O'Clock. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening. And I will see you on Sunday for the preview, Monday for the game. All the best. Goodbye.